Andy has delivered on that promise. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of Phil's Gang. Remember, on May 29th and July 28th, I said to short the market. The market was going to experience a correction. How did I know? My PT2. Check it out. This is not a crash for us. We're experiencing a correction because we are now making money on our stocks because we're shorting it. Using our PT2 identified for us when they were pulling their money out, both in May and July, and we were right there to pull our money out too. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of Phil's Gang. You know, on May 29th, I warned that a stock market crash was coming. I also warned in July. Both times, I was watching my technology, my PT2 chart, and it turned from green to red. Both in May and July, we had substantial warnings. We saw the industrials fall. We saw that the market, the Chinese market was falling, was getting worse. Oil was falling. Copper was falling. Everything was falling. But again, CNBC was telling you, hey, things are cheap, diversify, everything's wonderful. But my chart was giving me something different. And on both those occasions, both in May and July, I told my gang, let's short the stock market now because my PT2 chart indicated a sell-off was coming in. And we did. And we had a wonderful ride all the way down. Join my gang, Phil's Gang.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com. You know, this last 1,900-point drop in the stock market scared everybody. They called it a crash. But here at Phil's Gang, we call it an opportunity. Why? Because I taught my students how to read a chart. And here's the problem in this industry. You go somewhere to learn how to drive a car, but you never go anywhere to learn how to invest in a stock. Well, you'll do that here at Phil's Gang. Join my gang, philsgang.com, the best teaching format in the country when it comes to stocks.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande at philsgang.com, Phil's Gang Radio Show. You know, we just went through a 1,900-point stock market drop, fastest drop ever in 2 days. Most of you panicked. At Phil's Gang, we didn't look at it as a crash. We looked at it as an opportunity because we were short. Why? Because I was able to teach my students how to read a chart. So in advance, they would know that the market was going to go down. It's all about learning. It's always amazed me. Our whole life, someone teaches us to play baseball. Someone teaches us to ski. Someone teaches us how to drive a car. But there's nobody there to teach you how to invest in a stock. And that's where I come. I think I have the best teaching format in the country. Check it out. It's philsgang.com. So you'll be so comfortable. You don't care if the market's going down or the market's going up. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
St. Jude is amazing. A family member said, well, if you go to St. Jude, you don't have to pay anything. And I didn't believe it. They take care of our housing. They take care of our food. In addition to the best medical treatment that my daughter could ever have. So it allows me to focus on my daughter and getting her better.
The stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
I want to repeat this because the public apparently never believes it. Since I took office, we've cut our deficits by 2/3. The deficit has not been going up. It has been coming down precipitously. We've cut our deficits by 2/3.
Well, the reason why we don't believe you, why should we believe you, first of all? Aren't you the same guy who said I could keep my doctor if I liked him? Didn't you say that? I could keep my policy if I liked it? Aren't you the same guy who said that? And didn't you say that my policy would not, I'd be saving money, about $2,500? So we're going to believe you about the deficit? Welcome to Phil's Gang, coast to coast, around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. So much to talk about today. Obama and his deficit. It's not true. We'll go over that. But first, this weekend, the big talk was about the 141,000 jobs and how bad the economy really is. We'll talk about that. The stock market is up 300 points. It was up again on Friday. Remember, on Friday, the market went down by 250 points in the morning when we came out with a lousy job number. Then by the afternoon, the geniuses started to figure out, wait a minute, we got a good story here to tell. We can tell everybody, guess what? They're not going to raise rates. They're not going to raise rates now that we have such a lousy job number. Yeah, we're not going to raise rates now. It's over forever. So everybody who was wrong, they started to cover their short positions. So everybody started buying stocks again. Market's up, turns around from 250 negative to about 200 positive. Then today another 300. That's about 500. We're out of negative territory. Oh, wow. It's amazing, isn't it? What these guys do on Wall Street, listening to these people. That's why you don't listen to their nonsense. You don't listen to fundamentals. You listen to your chart. Now, the market is going up today on light volume. Always remember, don't ever get caught. When you have a key reversal in a stock market or a stock, it just doesn't turn around in one day. You need to make sure behind the key reversal you have energy. What is energy? The purchases of stock, of contracts. You have to have a lot of energy. It means you need to see your volume when you have your turnaround the first day. The next day, the volume's got to be even higher. And then the third day is the reversal. You got to have the volume even higher again on the third day. More volume than the previous 2 days. We haven't got that. Our volume is not going to be as high as it was on Friday. And we'll watch that as we go into the close. Don't listen to these knuckleheads on CNBC. The same people that told you we were going to have interest rate hikes. Remember? We're going to have one in March. We're going to have one in April. We're going to have one in May. We're going to have one in June. Now we're going to have one in December. Now they're saying we're not going to have the one in December. Well, I always said, why would we have one in December? What's going to be different from September? If we didn't have it in September, what's going to change in December? Nothing changes. The economy sucks. What's going to change? We don't have economic growth. If we don't have economic growth, we don't have growth in jobs. And we had 142,000 jobs. People were shocked. Why were they shocked? 142,000 jobs. I don't get that. Why were they shocked? We had 6 million people, 6 million part-time workers in September. Part-time. Of course they prefer full-time jobs. But because of Obamacare, all of these folks were cut back to part-time work. They're unable to find full-time work. Companies aren't hiring people, put them on full-time. They're taking the people they have now and make them work even harder. They're making management work harder. We have no economic growth. This is amazing. It's just amazing. Let's talk about the deficit for a moment. This is what really got me grumpy. When Obama said,
I want to repeat this because the public apparently never believes it. Since I took office, we've cut our deficits by 2/3.
All right. Made me sick. Cut deficits by 2/3. Well, he's right. But he shouldn't be taking credit for it. I almost got sick when I heard that. He should be not taking credit for something he had nothing to do with. It was both the Republicans and the Democrats who took his checkbook away from him, who cut spending. And here's what's amazing. He sits there and takes credit for a drop in the deficit when he fought, when they took his checkbook away, and he fought to cut spending. He didn't want to cut spending. He fought it. But it was that cut in spending that caused the deficit to drop. But now he takes credit for what he opposed? What kind of person is this guy? Well, we know. This is unbelievable. But you don't see him taking credit for his and that other dope, Bush, their $1.4 trillion deficit, thanks to the banks and the auto bailouts and the huge stimulus and the extended bailouts, the auto bailouts under Obama. Well, where's the credit there? Obama doesn't take credit for the Affordable Care Act. He doesn't take credit for the tax hikes and financial reform. Oh, he don't want to take credit for any of that crap because it slowed economic growth, which slows jobs. And we saw that in September with 142,000 jobs. But he doesn't take credit for that, does he? Isn't it interesting? He takes credit for the drop in the deficit that he had nothing to do with, that he fought. He didn't want to cut spending. And it's that spending that caused the drop. Now he's the hero. 142,000 jobs. You know what? That 142,000 jobs is so bad because now it's going to slow the amount of tax revenue the Treasury collects. We're only collecting about $3 trillion. And most of that, you know where most of that's going? Social Security, Medicare, Medicaid. And if we don't start cutting those, I mean like cutting them big, we're going to be broke. You hear that all the time. I know everybody hears it, but they don't pay attention. You got to increase consumer spending. Consumer spending is the engine of growth. It's the engine of growth. All the past 11 recoveries would not have happened without Americans' willingness to spend more. And spending starts with meaningful, full-time jobs that we don't have. And that is why we don't have a recovery. But he doesn't take credit for that, does he? He keeps telling us we have a recovery. Really? We have one of the worst recoveries in history. Why? Because we have very few full-time jobs. And it's why spending is not driving growth. Full-time jobs spend growth. Full-time jobs equals spending, equals growth. Part-time jobs equals poverty. You slip into poverty when you have dead-end part-time jobs. That's what he should take credit for, the 28 million dead-end jobs. These dead-end part-time jobs that the middle class slips into poverty because of. That's what he needs to take credit for. Remember, household purchases of goods and services account for how much? That's right, 2/3 of domestic demand. Well, how are we going to have domestic demand? How are we going to be purchasing goods and services when you have a part-time job? And most of your money, when you go home and you sit down, you start paying the bills, most of your money is going where? Another increase in your health insurance. Oh, I thought we were supposed to have a $2,500 deduction here, savings. Hey, we'll be right back after this break. Phil's Gang, 15 past the hour on Phil's Gang. Join my gang right now.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
From the perspective of the U.S. economy, I think we've seen continuing signs of strength.
Continuing signs of strength? What are you, nuts? Household spending dropped to its lowest level since 2008. Retail sales dropped to its lowest level in 9 years. Wages to its lowest level in 30 years. Disposable income to its lowest level in 40 years. Home ownership to its lowest level in 30 years. What's he talking about? That's Jack Lew, our Treasury Secretary. We can't trust anything that comes out of Washington or Wall Street. And that's why I want you to join Phil's Gang. My name is Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Well, the reason you stay away from the stock market because you're fearful, because no one has taught you how to invest. You go to school to learn how to do math. You go to school to learn how to drive. Why don't you go to school to learn how to invest using charts? Join my gang, philsgang.com, the best teaching format in the country when it comes to stocks.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Middle class economics works.
Works? Where? Show me where it works. You tell us the unemployment rate is 5.1%, and you only get to 5.1% by making sure people don't have a job. Think of August. August, the unemployment rate went down to 5.1% because 200,000 people couldn't find a job. If they found a job, our unemployment rate would be at 10%. Isn't this amazing? Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Aren't you sick of this stuff? Aren't you sick of these politicians? They keep lying to us. You know, Wall Street does too. And how many times have you said, boy, I hate Wall Street. I hate the stock market. But that's the best place in the world to make money. But you need a lesson. You need a lesson on how to invest. That's where I come in. Join my gang, philsgang.com. It's the best teaching format in the country when you want to learn how to invest in stocks. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Be sure to watch the Phil's Gang Show with Phil Grande, weekdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on various devices like smartphones, tablets, your computer, and more. Get free access to the Phil's Gang Show right in your hands at home or on the go. Simply go to philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com and click on the Listen Live link. And we'll see you on the charts.
At philsgang.com, we promote core technicals and chart analysis that enables each Philsgang member to be the best investor they can be. At philsgang.com, stock investing is defined in detail by the Philsgang standards. Working together, we achieve our goals and ultimately provide a truly unique profit-taking experience for our members. This is what philsgang.com does, and no one does it better than the off-the-Wall Street maverick, Phil Grande. For over 15 years, Phil coaches and teaches that stock investing diversity goes beyond fundamentals and stories. We believe that amazing things happen when people invest in themselves by following Phil's format and recommendations. At philsgang.com, we believe in the desire to embrace, build, and deliver on our core values and promises. And for over 15 years, Phil Grande has delivered on that promise. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. There is only one talk show host, Phil Grande, who delivers both social and financial talk. Not even Hannity or Rush can deliver a 1-2 punch like that. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Phil Grande is unique, the industry leader, the first talk show host ever to combine social issues and finance into winning stock market ideas. That's Phil Grande, philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of Phil's Gang. You know, on May 29th, I warned that a stock market crash was coming. I also warned in July. Both times, I was watching my technology, my PT2 chart, and it turned from green to red. Both in May and July, we had substantial warnings. We saw the industrials fall. We saw that the market, the Chinese market was falling, was getting worse. Oil was falling. Copper was falling. Everything was falling. But again, CNBC was telling you, hey, things are cheap, diversify, everything's wonderful. But my chart was giving me something different. And on both those occasions, both in May and July, I told my gang, let's short the stock market now, because my PT2 chart indicated a sell-off was coming in. And we did. And we had a wonderful ride all the way down. Join my gang, Phil's Gang.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by philsgang.com.
It would have been my preference to have more investigation of individual actions, since obviously everything that went wrong or was illegal was done by some individual, not by an abstract firm. And so, in that respect, I think that there should have been more accountability at the individual level.
Unbelievable. That's Bernanke. Bernanke, he's found God. He thinks more people should have went to jail. Well, the reason why they didn't go to jail is because Bernanke was part of the crime syndication. That's why they didn't go to jail. And he's lying. He says, well, the Federal Reserve has no power to to enforce the law. That's not true at all. That's a total lie. They do have the power. But that's in conjunction with the Department of Justice. They have to work with them. They have to work with them. It's just like if you do something wrong with a bankruptcy, you hide some assets or something, they don't have the authority to put you in jail, but they use the services of another agency to go put you in jail. It's the same thing. That's a total lie. Welcome back to Phil's Gang. So Bernanke says, gee, I would have put more people in jail. No, he wouldn't have. He's part of the problem. First, he's a liar. Because he, in 2006 to 2007, deliberately inverted the Treasury yield curve. He knew by doing that it would cause a recession. He knew that. And a credit crisis. He knew it. By inverting that yield curve. He knew that an inverted yield curve, by deliberately keeping short-term interest rates above long-term Treasury bond yields, causes recessions, and he did it. He also caused QE. After he studied quantitative easing for years and years and did a paper on it, presented the paper to Greenspan telling him we should never do quantitative easing. Look at Japan, what happened to Japan. He's a liar. He says, I wasn't eager to bail out Wall Street. I had no reason to want to bail out Wall Street itself, he said. But we did it because we knew that if the financial system collapsed, the economy would immediately follow. An outright lie. That's another lie. Another lie. He was the one that spearheaded the Fed's bailout of Wall Street. He lied. That's a lie. Unbelievable. And he lied about the dollar amount involved. Right in front of Congress, he lied. Go look at all the transcripts. Remember TARP? He lied about TARP too. Remember that? Him and Paulson, they were buddies.
I believe if the credit markets are not functioning, that jobs will be lost, the unemployment rate will rise, more houses will be foreclosed upon.
That was all a lie. That's when he was trying to convince Congress. He and Paulson went in and put a gun to Congress' head for TARP money and said, we'll take most of that TARP money and we're going to take care of the Main Street. We're going to take care of the people who lost their house. We're going to refinance their homes for them. A week after they passed the TARP, Bernanke and Paulson told Congress to stick it. They're going to take the money and give bonuses, give that money to the 9 largest banks so they could pay their people and the CEOs bonuses. Take the money and set up hedge funds because they were going to do QE and they were going to turn the market around. Take and loan money to the hedge funds, but do not loan money to small businesses on Main Street. He's a liar. He should be in jail. Let's go take a look at the stock market.
Stock Corner is brought to you by the Phil's Gang video channel. Go to philsgang.com, click on the video channel graphic, and check out Phil's free videos on the market, economy, and current events.
Okay, the beautiful thing about what we do, because we don't care about fundamentals of a company, we could care less about their margins, their free cash flow. We could care less about any of that. All we want to know, the institutions that own most of the stock, like Norfolk Southern, are they purchasing that stock? Are those owners, the shareholders, coming in and buying more? And take a look. Today, if you go back and if you take a look on a chart, you'll see all the way back in March of this year, it turned from green to red at $109. They were pulling their money out of Southern Pacific Railroad, the institutions. It was $109 and it dropped to $72. $109 and dropped to $72. Wow. That's a 34% return you would have had if you were using the PT2 when it turned green to red. Let's say you got in late. Let's say you got half of it. That would have been a 15% return. So simple. It just turns from green to red. It's that simple. Now, today, guess what? It's going from 72, and it just turned green at $78. Now we need one more day to get past 82. You want 2 green days in a row. So what you do is join my gang. And then if we get one more green day tomorrow, we purchase this stock, and then we put a stop under $77. So we know exactly, we're going to control our loss before we buy this railroad. We're going to know exactly what we're risking, how much money we're risking. We're nice and safe because we put a stop in. We can't lose any more than that amount. We can say we're going to lose $100 to make $500, and we can't lose any more than $100. And it's just started turning green. Next, another stock. Now, please, if you join the gang right now, you're going to have an opportunity. That was one. Another stock, the 7 stocks I follow all year long, the same 7 stocks. Why do I want to follow more than 7 stocks for? Well, Ford's better because of this, and GE's better than... No. It's all the same. Whether it's Ford, whether it's GE, whether it's Apple, whether it's Hewlett Packard, it's all the same. It's just the name of a company. What you look for is the institutions who control the stock market. Where are they putting their money? So if you take 7 stocks, you can follow those so easy. And when I get back, I'm going to give you some more stocks that are ready to turn green. You can join my gang, Phil's Gang.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com, Phil's Gang Radio Show. You know, we just went through a 1,900-point stock market drop, fastest drop ever in 2 days. Most of you panicked. At Phil's Gang, we didn't look at it as a crash. We looked at it as an opportunity because we were short. Why? Because I was able to teach my students how to read a chart, so in advance, they would know that the market was going to go down. It's all about learning. It's always amazed me, our whole life, someone teaches us to play baseball, someone teaches us to ski, someone teaches us how to drive a car. But there's nobody there to teach you how to invest in a stock. And that's where I come. I think I have the best teaching format in the country. Check it out. It's philsgang.com. So you'll be so comfortable. You don't care if the market's going down or the market's going up. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264.
From the perspective of the U.S. economy, I think we've seen continuing signs of strength.
Continuing signs of strength? What are you, nuts? Household spending dropped to its lowest level since 2008. Retail sales dropped to its lowest level in 9 years. Wages to its lowest level in 30 years. Disposable income to its lowest level in 40 years. Home ownership to its lowest level in 30 years. What's he talking about? That's Jack Lew, our Treasury Secretary. We can't trust anything that comes out of Washington or Wall Street. And that's why I want you to join Phil's Gang. My name is Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Well, the reason you stay away from the stock market because you're fearful, because no one has taught you how to invest. You go to school to learn how to do math. You go to school to learn how to drive. Why don't you go to school to learn how to invest using charts? Join my gang, philsgang.com, the best teaching format in the country when it comes to stocks.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
From the perspective of the U.S. economy, I think we've seen continuing signs of strength.
Continuing signs of strength? What are you, nuts? Household spending dropped to its lowest level since 2008. Retail sales dropped to its lowest level in 9 years. Wages to its lowest level in 30 years. Disposable income to its lowest level in 40 years. Home ownership to its lowest level in 30 years. What's he talking about? That's Jack Lew, our Treasury Secretary. We can't trust anything that comes out of Washington or Wall Street. And that's why I want you to join Phil's Gang. My name is Phil Grande of philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Well, the reason you stay away from the stock market because you're fearful, because no one has taught you how to invest. You go to school to learn how to do math. You go to school to learn how to drive. Why don't you go to school to learn how to invest using charts? Join my gang, philsgang.com, the best teaching format in the country when it comes to stocks.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. What is Phil's Gang? Phil'sGang.com is a subscription website service that host Phil Grande has been teaching and providing daily stock investment recommendations for over 15 years, all in the name of making its customers educated investors and helping the kids at St. Jude's Children's Hospital. If you want to take charge of your financial future, then do not wait any longer. For only $49.95, become a Phil's Gang member today. Go to Phil'sGang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Middle-class economics works.
Works? Where? Show me where it works. You tell us the unemployment rate is 5.1%, and you only get to 5.1% by making sure people don't have a job. Think of August. August, the unemployment rate went down to 5.1% because 200,000 people couldn't find a job. If they found a job, our unemployment rate would be at 10%. Isn't this amazing? Hi, I'm Phil Grande of philsgang.com. Aren't you sick of this stuff? Aren't you sick of these politicians? They keep lying to us. And you know, Wall Street does too. And how many times have you said, boy, I hate Wall Street. I hate the stock market. But that's the best place in the world to make money. But you need a lesson. You need a lesson on how to invest. That's where I come in. Join my gang, philsgang.com. It's the best teaching format in the country when you want to learn how to invest in stocks. philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Our economy has been moving.
Yeah, in the wrong direction. This is the same guy that told us we could keep our doctor and we could keep our health insurance. Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com. Look, I have the best teaching format in the country when it comes to learning how to invest in stocks. People will tell you that. Look, we can't listen to Wall Street. We can't listen to our government. We listen to our charts. That's why you join philsgang.com. Food stamps have exceeded 45 million for 50 straight months, and he's telling us things are good. What are you, nuts?
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by philsgang.com.
Well, the low growth is coming not from the recession that per se. I mean, we've come back quite a bit. Unemployment's down to 5%. So we've come pretty close to full employment. The slow growth is coming from slow productivity growth. You know, output per worker has not been growing quickly. And why that's happening is not totally understood.
Well, I'll tell you why, Ben. I'll tell you why that's happening. Productivity sucks because we don't have good business investment. Companies aren't taking their profits and plowing them back into the company to buy IT, to spend money on information technology or new equipment. What do you think, Bernanke? Companies do not have a good feeling. They do not have the excitement, okay, to go in and spend money because they don't trust Obama. They don't trust his policies. They don't have the warm and fuzzy feeling to trust the economy. So they're not investing. There's the problem. That's why we don't have productivity. Look what happened to our oil sector. Everybody was so happy oil was going down. Oh boy, it's going to really grow the economy. Everybody's going to go out and buy stuff because things were cheaper now. No, it killed our economy, oil going down, because it killed the investment. Lower levels of business investment is a killer. Not only in the oil patch, but in all companies. And corporations are worried about the coming years because of what Obama has done with this Obamacare. He has screwed everything up. That's why we only have 142,000 jobs. That's it, because what he did. You got so many people on part-time. So corporations do not have that good feeling to go out. They don't have the confidence. That's the word I look for. They couldn't. By the time I found that word, they don't have the confidence. It's unbelievable. Now, but here's where I have confidence. We don't care about the economy. when it comes to taking our money and getting a good return on our money. We don't care about the economy. We don't care about individual companies, the fundamentals of a company. Here's what we care about. Now, these geniuses on Wall Street, like I said, Friday morning when we only had 142,000 jobs, the market tanked. It went down 250 points. Then by the afternoon, it was up by 200 points. Because they said, "Oh, this is good. We're not going to have the rate hike anymore. No rate hike." Remember this guy?
The price in the futures markets is the collected wisdom of everybody in the world. If you look at Fed funds futures, they're absolutely a lock.
Oh, they're locked. Yeah, lock in and raising rates. That didn't happen. Now the market's up 300 points now. It was up 200 points yet Friday. Now it's up 300 points. Not going to last. Not going to sustain itself. Because all it is just what we call a head fake rally. But here's the thing that's nice about it. So I want you to take this number, okay, and give us a call at 877-600-GANG. I want you to join the gang. That's 877-600-GANG. Here's what I want you to do. In the last 2 days, for example, IBM. If you were a gang member, IBM is up 6% in 2 days. Okay? 6%. Because all we were doing is taking these past 2 days, we had a perfect pattern. We had these two beautiful candlesticks, nice 6% return. But here's the thing. If you are a longer-term investor or you don't want to be involved, you don't want to learn, you don't want to take time to learn, you just want to make money, and you don't want to learn a thing or take time, the PT2 chart has not turned green yet. So you got an opportunity. So if you join my gang tonight, let me give you the number, 877, okay, 800-GANG. I'm sorry, 600-GANG, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. Now, here's why you want to join tonight. IBM has not turned green on our PT2. This is the chart for everybody who just says, I don't want to learn anything. I don't want to take time to know anything. I just want to make money. The minute that turns green, you can buy. This is one of the 7 stocks that we work all year long with. That's right. My gang follows me with 7 stocks. Schlumberger, Goldman Sachs, Intel, Caterpillar, IBM, Walmart, and Northern Pacific, the railroad. That's all. Stay with those same stocks all year. We don't care what they're doing. We just watch the money flow. So if we took IBM in the last 2 days, using our PT1 contract, we had a nice 6% return. Our PT1 chart. But for our investor who's longer term, who doesn't want to learn anything, well, it hasn't turned green. So he hasn't bought it yet. So he's looking for 2 months or more. He wants to be in stock 2, 6 months, a year. Hasn't turned green yet. So he hasn't bought it yet. But the minute it turns green, remember, we follow the stock all year, we'll be in it. Take another stock. Take Caterpillar. Now, Caterpillar was one of our biggest success stories. Now, in the last 2 days, Caterpillar on our PT1 went up 10%. 2 candlesticks we bought. But for our investor who doesn't have time to learn anything, it's still red on the PT2. The minute it turns green, our gang members will buy it. It's not green yet, Caterpillar. So you're going to have you're going to have Caterpillar the minute that turns green. What a beautiful thing. IBM, the minute that turns green. How beautiful is that? Walmart, the minute that turns green. Now, as I said today, Norfolk Southern turned green today, and that's going up nicely. So here's what I want you to do. Call right now, 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-GANG. Join the gang, and these are the stocks that we work every day. They have yet turned green. So if you join now, the minute they turn green, the minute IBM turns green, you'll be in. The minute Caterpillar turns green, you'll be in. Check it out. Okay. Now, so we have low levels of business investment because there is the companies just don't have a good feeling. They have no confidence. Why would they have confidence in this administration? Are you nuts? Are you kidding? They know Obama doesn't deserve any credit for the lower deficit, but he's out there shooting out his mouth, taking all the credit. And he was the one that was trying to stop spending reduction. He was trying to stop it. And if we didn't stop him, we would not have the credit to lower deficit. This is crazy. This is crazy. So right now, the biggest thing this market's going to do is going to rally. It's inside its range now, trading range. Maybe rally one more day, and then it's going to sell off again. And this market is going to test and go down another 2,000 points. But we don't care. Just like we were ready for this 2-day rally we had and made money, we're going to be ready when it drops another 2,000 points. This market can't sustain itself. Sure, we enjoy the past 2 days because we can make money, and you'd be making money too. But it can't sustain itself. Look at this economy is dead. Just because they're excited, so well, interest rates aren't going up. That's not enough. That's not enough to sustain it. We need investment. You got to have investment. It's not working. We're not having investment in anything, not just oil. And the Federal Reserve is the fault for all of this. It's the fault. The Federal Reserve and this administration for 6 years have been able to mask a perfect execution of crony capitalism, taking care of their buddies through quantitative easing, making their buddies so wealthy by an additional $650 million. While 99% of you aren't making the same salary you were making 2 years ago. Can't even get any overtime. The elitists, due to their collective mindset that the world can't function properly unless the richest of the rich get richer, and they'll use any and all policies, including quantitative easing, to have this happen, has really screwed Main Street. Join my gang, Phil's gang. Get ready for these stocks that are going to go up.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. At philsgang.com, we promote core technicals and chart analysis that enables each Phil's Gang member to be the best investor they can be. At philsgang.com, stock investing is defined in detail by the Phil's Gang standards. Working together, we achieve our goals and ultimately provide a truly unique profit-taking experience for our members. This is what philsgang.com does, and no one does it better than the off-the-Wall Street maverick, Phil Grande. For over 15 years, Phil coaches and teaches that stock investing diversity goes beyond fundamentals and stories. We believe that amazing things happen when people invest in themselves by following Phil's format and recommendations. At philsgang.com, we believe in the desire to embrace, build, and deliver on our core values and promises. And for over 15 years, Phil Grande has delivered on that promise. For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of Phil's Gang. You know, everybody's been panicked about the crash. You've been told by CNBC it wasn't going to be a crash. The stocks were cheap. I've been telling you just the opposite. I've been telling you that going all the way back to June 2014. And then again, 2015, both May and July, and I said to start shorting. And if you were a gang member, you'd be pretty happy right now. Join my gang. Learn how to short.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of Phil's Gang. You know, on May 29th, I warned that a stock market crash was coming. I also warned in July. Both times, I was watching my technology, my PT2 chart, and it turned from green to red. Both in May and July, we had substantial warnings. We saw the industrials fall. We saw that the market, the Chinese market was falling, was getting worse. Oil was falling. Copper was falling. Everything was falling. But again, CNBC was telling you, hey, things are cheap, diversify, everything's wonderful. But my chart was giving me something different. And on both those occasions, both in May and July, I told my gang, let's short the stock market now because my PT2 chart indicated a sell-off was coming in, and we did, and we had a wonderful ride all the way down. Join my gang, Phil's Gang.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande of Phil's Gang. Remember, on May 29th and July 28th, I said to short the market. The market was going to experience a correction. How did I know? My PT2. Check it out. This is not a crash for us. We're experiencing a correction because we are now making money on our stocks because we're shorting it. Using our PT2 identified for us when they were pulling their money out, both in May and July, and we were right there to pull our money out too. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grande, philsgang.com, Phil's Gang Radio Show. You know, we just went through a 1,900-point stock market drop, fastest drop ever in 2 days. Most of you panicked. At Phil's Gang, we didn't look at it as a crash. We looked at it as an opportunity because we were short. Why? Because I was able to teach my students how to read a chart. So in advance, they would know that the market was going to go down. It's all about learning. It's always amazed me. Our whole life, someone teaches us to play baseball. Someone teaches us to ski. Someone teaches us how to drive a car. But there's nobody there to teach you how to invest in a stock. And that's where I come. I think I have the best teaching format in the country. Check it out. It's philsgang.com. So you'll be so comfortable. You don't care if the market's going down or the market's going up. Join my gang, philsgang.com.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-GANG. 877-600-4264. 877-600-4264. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Show. This segment is brought to you by Phil's Talking Trader Stock Charts.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang, 877-600-GANG. Call right now. We have our folks there to answer this phone, get you set up for Phil's Gang. Here's what I want you to know. We have the stock market. We don't care if the market goes up or the market goes down because we have the tools that we make money either way. Like I said, today, Caterpillar. Beautiful. And we've been making money on the way down, shorting it. But the Caterpillar went up 10%. IBM went up 6% in the last 2 days because these morons on CNBC to come out and say, oh, no, they're not going to raise any rates anymore. So, boy, the market's going to go up. Well, it's not going to sustain itself. But that's okay, so we took advantage of it. Now, for a longer period of time, we're going to take IBM and Caterpillar. We're going to switch over to our PT2 the minute it is green. Let's say it does. Let's say the market rallies for the next month or two. We think I'm going to sit back and say, gee, I'm mad it's rallying because I was wrong? No, there's no wrong or right. We don't fight the trend. The trend is your friend. And if it turns from red to green, let's say it turns green at 74. We'll buy it at 74 when it turns green, and we'll put a stop in at 72, which means when it drops, you're not going to lose any more than, let's say, $100 to make $500. How good is that? Now, the key is this. Schlumberger, Goldman Sachs, Intel, Caterpillar, IBM, Walmart, and Northern Southern Pacific, Norfolk Southern. There, I got it. Okay. These 7 stocks, every day, my gang follows me on these 7 stocks. So when you're a gang member, you can follow me on these 7 stocks. I'm in these same 7 stocks all year. So you don't have to worry about picking a stock. I pick the stocks. I have 7, and I'm going to stay in these for 12 months. Because it doesn't matter to me if they go up or they go down. Because we make money either way. Because we don't invest in these stocks based on market cap, trailing PA, forward PE, price to sales, price to book, profit margins, operating margin. Are you nuts? Those days are gone. So we're going to follow the gangsters. And when the gangsters buy the stock, like today on our PT2, it turned from red to green. This stock fell 40%, 30%. It went down 30%. It was red. Now it's turning green. So that's why so for people who don't want to do anything, don't want to learn anything, this is so perfect for you. And then you'll be in a position you don't care which way the market goes. You don't care. What do you care if it goes up or down? But here's what we should care about. Listen to this. Listen to this. Do you know when they came in with 142,000 jobs, now they're making excuses, these morons, these dopes on CNBC. Oh, this is okay now. This is good. This is good. Watch how they swing it.
And most economists agree you should be prepared for a 100 to 125,000 job growth given the population growth. That would be reasonably strong.
What? 125,000 jobs would be reasonably strong. That's what they're peddling now because they know the economy's falling apart. They know the stock market's going to go down. They know the economy can't sustain itself where it is. Now they're telling you jobs 125,000 is perfect. This is a good thing when we should have 400,000 jobs. Matter of fact, Reagan had 400,000 jobs almost every month when they're coming out of the recession. Almost every month. Then you level off to 200,000. He had some months when he was coming out of the recession, 1 million jobs. Now listen, I'll play the whole tape.
And most economists agree you should be prepared for a 100 to 125,000 job growth given the population growth. That would be reasonably strong. J.P. Morgan is in this camp. They say this slowing aligns.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to trust J.P. Morgan, what J.P. Morgan says. Yeah, I'm going to trust those guys, all right, what they say. Are you kidding? Now, I wonder if we had a job, let's say the jobs report came out and we had 250, 300 jobs. You think they'd say that? Do you think they would say that? That 125,000 jobs is going to be good because now they figured it out because of population growth. You think they say that if you had 300,000 jobs? Of course not. It's again, I don't have all the answers. It's like every day I try to get you to understand that this market is rigged. But what's wrong with it being rigged? What's wrong with it being rigged? The problem is it's not good for you because you don't have the tools. It's like you trying to go to a house and fix some plumbing and you got a broken screwdriver and your wrench is duct tape. You can't fix it. You can't do good. For heaven's sakes, listen to this. This is your worst enemy when you listen to fundamentals. When I tell you we have the same 7 stocks, you can follow my 7 stocks, follow me every day. It's live. You know exactly what I'm doing with the same 7 stocks every day. And it's archived. I'm in the classroom from 9:30 to 11 o'clock with these same 7 stocks. Every day, the same 7 stocks. So you go all the way through with them. How can you go wrong when you're following me the same 7 stocks all year? And I'm coaching you on the same 7 stocks. Now, do you want to listen to fundamentals instead? Well, listen to what happened to this guy.
Yes, sir. Yeah, AMBA, and I've lost over 30K in my TD account on it, but it had excellent earnings the last several quarters. And it's Ambarella. They make the cameras and drone equipment. They make these spy cameras for police and so on and so forth. But I don't know why it's so weak these days.
Can you believe this? Nice guy. Felt so bad. He doesn't know why it's so weak these days. He knew everything about the company. You know what he didn't know? What he didn't know was Vanguard buying? Was T. Rowe Price buying more of the stock? Was Bank of New York Mellon buying more of the stock? Was J.P. Morgan buying more of the stock? He didn't know that, but he knew how many cameras. He knew what they were on. They were on monkeys. They were on fleas. They were on, what else did he say it was? They got burros, jackasses, everything. He knew all that. Then he goes, I don't get it. The earnings were good. What happened? Because earnings don't mean anything today. Sure, earnings are good today. It's crooked. Bernanke prints money, gives it to the companies, they buy their own shares. Of course earnings are going to go up because when you buy your own shares, there's less of them and you're spreading your earnings over fewer shares. Of course it goes up, but that game is over. So by buying a stock based on fundamentals, you're out of your mind. So you follow me, it doesn't happen. We don't care about any of that crap. The stock was AMBA, all right? AMBA, I'm putting it up. All you want to know right now, it's red. All you want to know, AMBA on August 11th, it turned from green to red, and it dropped from $112 down to $53. $112 down to $53. A 52% drop. And he lost that money. Why? Because he didn't listen to me. Instead, he was listening to what? What was he listening to?
Yes, sir. Yeah, AMVA, and I've lost over 30K in my TV account on it, but it had excellent earnings the last several quarters. And it's Ambarella. They make the cameras and drone equipment.
They make cameras and drone equipment. What he should have asked, I wonder if it turned from green to red. I wonder if the institutions that own AMBA, I wonder if the institutions that own that stock, like Vanguard and BlackRock, I wonder if they're taking their money out. That's what he should have worried about. And the money came out and it went down. Look, the Federal Reserve are a bunch of gangsters. Bernanke's talking today about, well, more people should have went to jail. He should have been the first one to go to jail. He should have been the first one and Paulson, they caused this. These two gangsters caused you getting wiped out $12 trillion in a financial storm that should have never happened. They rigged it. They rigged it so their cronies could make a fortune. They deliberately inverted the Treasury yield curve. They knew by doing that it would cause a recession. Their boys were ready. Their boys were making a fortune. So let's follow them. Should I follow them or the institution, or should I follow the fundamentals? So again, join my gang. The same 7 stocks every day, okay? Let's stop listening to Bernanke. Let's stop listening to these dopes. My God. The more you listen to these people, you're going to go nuts.
You know, I believe that the free market is the best allocator of resources.
No, the free market isn't anymore. I want a crooked market. I want a crooked market. Nothing like getting up in the morning early and 9:30 comes and you smell a crooked stock market. Oh, I love the smell of a crooked stock market at 9:30 in the morning, because all I have to look at my chart is it green or is it red? Is it green or is it red? I don't even have a high school education. I can tell it's green or red. Join my gang right now. Okay, remember St. Jude. If you do good, take care of St. Jude. See you on the charts.
You have been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grande, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
It's up to me to make my dreams.
From the perspective of the U.S.